over in the crowd here. How you doing, Jared? All right. Mike, Coca-Cola Kid, how you doing? All right. Hey, fans, thanks for supporting the NRW tonight. Woo! Yeah. On my way over here tonight, I was watching, I shouldn't be doing it, it's illegal, but I was watching my DirecTV in my car. I was watching CNN, and it's 7:07 tonight, 6:07 in the Middle East, Saddam Hussein was hung to death. How ironic is that? But tonight, we got a dog power match and somebody's going to be hung out to dry. I just want to say to the fans, like I said, I'm really excited about wrestling for the NRW. I'm just happy to be here and be a part of it tonight. I just wanted to see what it was like, and I know a lot of the wrestlers, and I know you fans over the weekends. I just want to say a belated Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New Revolution, and welcome to the future of professional wrestling. I'm your host, Matt Legit, here with Skag Rollins. How you doing tonight, Skag?
You know what? I am doing great, Matt, because nothing I love more than sitting back and watching a little hardcore wrestling is actually out, but I would call this a little old school, blood, sweat, and tears professional wrestling. Sports entertainment can kiss its ass goodbye. The new revolution of professional wrestling is taking over the Pacific Northwest.
Professional wrestling, W-R-E-S-T-L-I-N-G. This is it right here, ladies and gentlemen. A perfect blend of new school and old school. The best the Northwest has to offer right here in New Revolution Wrestling. Kicking it off with a six-man tag match. Caden Mathews, you see him right there, teaming up with Mike Santiago and Quiz to take on the Pacific Coast Blondes, Cameron Star, Erik Hanson, and the Freak, Frank Manning.
Yeah, you know, and as a matter of fact, I want to say one thing about the six-man tag team match right off the bat. The Freaky Frankie Manning. Let me tell you, one problem that I have with this guy, he's using a name like Frank Manning, and to me, I take that personally, because it's almost like he's mocking a couple of good personal close friends of mine.
Now, I have no clue where Cameron Starr and Erik Hanson happened to find Freaky Frank Manning. I heard it was at the Ace of Hearts Club. I'm not quite positive about that. Skeg, you might be able to fill us in a little bit on that. I'm not sure.
I'm not filling in anything that came from the Ace of Hearts Club.
Well, I know in a past life you were the American Wet Dream, so I figured you might have a little bit of experience down there as well.
So let's talk about down there right now, but what you're looking at right there, Mike Santiago, Quiz, Caden Mathews, that's an impressive tag team. Not taking anything away from Pacific Coast Blondes and the Freak. Apparently with Pacific Coast Blondes, by the way, their manager, Nate the Great.
And I don't know how that happened. They were out here with Katrina Royal, part of the Royal family, and Nate came out before the match, said he was the new manager of the Pacific Coast Blondes, and is apparently going to lead them to tag team gold here in the coming weeks.
Should be interesting to find out what, if anything, happens if Katrina Royale actually does return to New Revolution Wrestling. And speaking of tag team, sorry to cut you off there, Matt, but speaking of tag team wrestling and tag team championships, we are, of course, the best of the NRW, but here in the month of January 2007, we are looking forward to the Pacific Coast, the Oregon State Tag Team Championship Tournament, which is going to be taking place every Friday night at the Recreation Center down on Star.
Now we see Mike Santiago and Cameron Starr jockeying for position. Santiago takes an arm.
Yeah, what he's trying to do right now at this point is wear Cameron Starr down. He wants to obviously get the early advantage. In a match like this, you really have to worry about your pacing, because at any point in time, Cameron Starr can tag out, get his tag team partner in, be it Hanson or the Freak, and there you're dealing with a fresh man, so you definitely want to pace yourself. Santiago wrestling a really, really smart match so far and tagging out right away.
Mike Santiago has really impressed me over the last few weeks here in New Revolution Wrestling. Came out of nowhere, a newcomer to the sport, I'm guessing, and is really blowing my mind over the last couple of weeks as we see Quiz taking on Cameron Starr now.
Santiago actually came from the Tacoma area where he wrestled in ICW, and he was up there for about 2 years, but he is new to the rings of Oregon. And definitely, I mean, still 2 years new in the sport of professional wrestling. As we're seeing Quiz and Cameron Starr here, the battle test is right here. Cameron Starr smartly gets out of it.
And despite his ambiguous lifestyle, Cameron Starr could not be underestimated in that ring. He was trained by the Playboy Buddy Rose and Colonel De Beers, knows his way in and out of that ring very well.
Well, that's the thing, I mean, so many people are responsible for that man right there, Cameron Starr, Buddy Rose, Colonel De Beers. Actually, he also took part in the Dory Funk Jr.'s Funk Conservatory a couple of years ago down in Florida. Cameron Starr is very serious about the craft of professional wrestling, as is his partner Erik Hanson. I think that's what makes them such a dangerous tag team.
Heartthrob Erik Hanson, I have not seen outside of New Revolution Wrestling. Can you fill us in at all about his history in professional wrestling?
Nope. No, I really don't know much about Erik Hanson's history, to be honest. I know the first time I ever saw him was in the Pacific Coast Tournament, and he came really, really close in the first round to defeating Caden Mathews, which Mathews I know really well, and I would have considered that an upset. But after I've been in the ring with Erik Hanson since then, and he is a hell of a wrestler. Don't let his bleached hair and kind of his style and the way he acts, don't let it fool you. When it comes down to it, Erik Hanson can do some serious damage.
Very accomplished athlete, but getting a toll taken on him right now by Caden Mathews.
Absolutely. When you're talking about accomplished athletes in the Pacific Northwest, you're looking at him right there. Caden Mathews, a standout in this area. A man who is actually, at the end of January, going back to Ohio Valley Wrestling. He has already competed and wrestled a couple of times for World Wrestling Entertainment. He's gone down to OVW before. He has made a huge impact here in NRW and in the Pacific Northwest over the past about a year and a half or so. Another prodigy of the Playboy.
It seems like a lot of guys really come out of that Playboy Buddy Rose, Colonel De Beers camp, as we see.
No, I actually want to cut you off right there. I disagree with that. Not a lot of guys come out of it because not a lot of guys can survive it. But those who do will make their mark because they were trained by Buddy Rose and Colonel De Beers.
And Quiz, a man who we have briefly seen in the ring during this match. We've seen Nate the Great. He is great.
Let's fire that cameraman, by the way.
And Quiz is also trained by Playboy Buddy Rose and Colonel De Beers, if I'm not mistaken, as we see Erik Hanson attempting to regain control, but Caden not letting up on him at all.
Caden Mathews is very resilient, very holding on to that arm, and right back in control.
Nowhere for Heartthrob Erik Hanson to go. And it's amazing to me that a man can control another man. I mean, Erik Hanson's got to weigh 230 pounds. There we see, oh, 2 count only. And it's just amazing to me that Caden can take that wrist and control another man's body just by the wrist, by the pain he exerts.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're putting that much pain on somebody, especially a limb like that with the wrist, you can control a man's arm, you can control his shoulder, and at that point, you pretty much got his body under control. That's why a lot of times you'll see wrestlers go to work immediately on the arm, because they will automatically take care of that part of the body, and once you dominate that, then you can control your entire body.
We see Mike Santiago now taking control of Erik Hanson. Hanson's just not getting a break in this matchup. Can't manage to get over to his corner and make a tag to Cameron Starr or Freaky Frank Manning.
Yeah, and at this point, that's what he's going to have to do, because I mean,
trying to break Erik Hanson's wrist. Sorry to cut you off there, Skag.
No, absolutely. It's brutal. He was putting the wrist behind his head and obviously stomping down. Not able to set shoulder the arm or anything. I think Santiago tried to get out of that back body drop. Hanson was able to cut him off from that. Hanson now in control. He's got to tag out. Blind tag there from the Freak.